So I missed the launch of the Suzuki Baleno, and that's because I was basically on the launch of the same car, but the Toyota Starlet. How awkward turtle. Oh, no. So, you know, those are the same cars. Mechanically, they're identical. There's just a bit of spec difference, obviously the badge difference, and price difference, interestingly. This is cheaper than the Starlet, but more on that later. I was very excited to drive this because I love the Starlet, so I knew that I was going to like this. This is an updated model. Suzuki calls it a new model. I don't know if it's a new generation, but it certainly had a number of upgrades and styling updates and everything. I think it looks quite good, actually. It's just like another great product from Suzuki, I think. I mean, look, you've got to look at it like, do you think the Polo Vivo is nicer looking? Shh. You know, so hard with style. I have to, like, I don't know why I comment on it, because you might like something that I don't like, and vice versa. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I'm in the top of the range GLX model, and I just think for what you get is amazing. Now, bearing in mind the starting price of this car comes in at just around 27,000 Rand. But the top of the range model, okay, I'm in the manual, comes in still way under 300,000 Rand at around 278,000 Rand. And it comes with like a host of features and everything. I mean, you've got this very cool 360-degree camera, so you can see all around your surroundings and la-di-da. Every time you turn on the car, you can see it. I like it from sort of a safety point of view, especially. You've got a heads-up display. You've got cruise control. This big sort of touchscreen vibes here. I just like, there's so much in here for what you're paying, you know? Do you know what's interesting is when people decide to do a U-turn in the middle of the road. Just saw me anyway. Is it because you're in a fancy car that you think you can do it? That's what I say to it. Just, there's like a driveway 4 meters away. Turn in there, turn in there. Anyway. So the big change is to the engine. There is no longer the 1.4 litre, is now a 1.5 litre. You get 77 kilowatts of power and 138 Newton meters of torque. And it's like a really great little engine, I have to say. I have gone up sort of Deval Drive, Camps Bay Drive, all the drives basically, and have had no problem at all with getting enough power and enough oomph to overtake or anything. I think on the highway is the only time you really hear it sort of screeching a bit at you, and that's for me because it doesn't have a 6th gear. I just wish it always have a 6th gear. I say that at every review, because if it did, it wouldn't rev as high. With that said, okay, the fuel consumption is really impressive. So it's claimed at 5.4 in the manual and 5.7 in the auto. I'm sitting anywhere between 5.8 and sort of 6 litres per 100 Ks, which is still really good, which means you can achieve very close to the claimed figure, which is like almost unheard of. Unheard of. You know my ex, that makes it all feel complicated, yeah. You walked in my life at 2 a.m. So Suzuki's also got the very cool 5-year 200,000 kilometer warranty and a 4-year 60,000 kilometer service plan. It's more than Toyota's. Again, the Toyota's a little bit more expensive, and the specs are different. The model name is obviously different in terms of like the derivatives and trim levels. So why go for this over a Toyota Starlet or vice versa? It's going to come down, I think, mostly to sort of your brand loyalty, maybe. Toyota can't really drop their prices. They've got like a brand to uphold, you know, an image to uphold or whatever, I suppose. Suzuki is doing phenomenally. I speak about it in every one of their reviews. It's still one of my favorite brands. I think what it is for me with Suzuki, and I take this from my colleague and friend Calvin Fisher, is that this is not just a budget manufacturer. It's sort of a compact car manufacturer that doesn't have the sort of badge snobbery and all the crap that goes along with it. Just is what it is. Good product at a very good price, with great after-sales service, great warranty, great service plan, fuss-free, no bullshit. Do you know? Keep saying it. Good value for money. What this is.